So we have been joined by Mr. A. Balakrishnan, Director, Google Cloud India. Hello, so welcome at the BFSI CXO Conclave
Thank you
2022.
for having me here. Totally appreciate it. Thank you for having me here.
First thing first, things are happening post-pandemic. CXO is finally physical rather than virtual. What is your experience so far?
Yeah, I think it's a very common theme, right? The theme out here is interconnected ecosystem, and I don't think you can build connections, after what we call as the virtual phase of our lives, right? Which I think people are now tired of. So I think the connections which you bring forth in a face-to-face live event, in an event which is named as an interconnected ecosystem, I think it just plays to each other. So I think it's a phenomenal thing to actually meet customers and understand from them what they are going through, and truly be part of their solutions to the market. And I think it's a great thing to be back here and on stage and sharing our thoughts with the speakers.
Great. So now you had a session. That was the opening session we had. What was the session about, and what are the key takeaways that you can share with us?
I think there's this interconnected ecosystem which is already well live and truly on, but we just need to bring the consumers, we need to bring the financial institutions, and we need to bring the businesses onto a single platform. And the only way you can do that is by connecting them to each other and opening up a world of opportunities, especially when you have OCEN, ONDC, all of that getting live, right? So since the government has really enabled a lot of this digitization, as we say, almost 40% of the Indians or 45% of the Indians are using digital payment methods. And again, we have Google Pay, which has ubiquitously grown significantly. I think all of this put together is what makes it so relevant for us to look at this topic right now and plan for the future. And also give ideas. I mean, if I look at the audience, the mix was, of banking, insurance, lending, right? And embedded finances, embedded banking, embedded payments, and embedded insurance. And I think that's essentially the idea sharing and the ideations which, they also want to come and listen so that they can be ready for this digital explosion, which is going to happen over the next 3-4 years.
And now, as you represent Google India, what I wanted to know is basically your thoughts on the theme that we have today, connecting financial institutions digitally. How do you see this?
I guess it's great for the consumers because it not only, 51% of the Indian population is consisting of Gen Z and millennials who are already on using some digital platform and, the mobile. It gives them great options, right? Like assuming you have 5 lenders who are going to fight to lend to you. I mean, it just puts the ball back into the borrower's market, right? And they get so many options out there. What it also means is that, how are you going to consent giving your data, the data privacy issues, the regulatory compliances? So while it's all great to build these models technologically, playing under the ambit of these situations, which is primarily around security, privacy, compliance, is an equally important thing. And therefore, whatever API ecosystem you're going to build also needs to take these into account. You can build an API ecosystem and let it roll, but these are very important to be also there. And that's where, we come in and we help the customers build a digital ecosystem which takes care of each of these, keeps the customer's interests and privacy into mind, yet provide their data for their benefit, which is their next best offers, right? Their solutions. And then enable the ecosystem around financial institutions, consumers, and businesses to really play and build revenue models around on top of this.
Well, that was quite some insight that you have shared with us. Lastly, what I would like to know is that what are the major changes that you see in your specific sector when we talk about the next 5 years?
So I think if you look at it, everything's going digital, right? When I say everything is going digital, you're going to have immersive experiences during IPL. When I say immersive experiences, you're going to exactly in the moment stop the game and then decide how you want to look at the game from your point of view. Now, when you do that, you are actually inserting a stage of intervention, which can then open up opportunities for delivery firms, payment firms, lending firms. And so that is the ecosystem we are talking about, right? So every moment of your digital lives, if not the lives, you're going to have a multitude of experiences for the user, which we would like to be a central part of. And I believe with all our technologies, if you look at maps, if you look at the search, if you look at YouTube, I mean, you have technologies which we can all put together and then can create a phenomenal experience for the customer and for the businesses, which serve those customers. That's how we see this entire, half a decade playing out.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing those insights with us. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the session.
Yes, absolutely. All the best for all the fantastic sessions which are ahead.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.